All right, so I'm seeing everybody freak out over these 50-year mortgages like they're the worst thing you could ever do. And I got to tell you, I just don't agree with it. Now, there are some downsides, but to be honest, I'm really not worried about the amount of interest you pay over 50 years. And that's because very few people stay in their home for 30 years, let alone 50 years. A lot of people refinance or move after 10 to 12 years. You see people move on average. I think whenever you can create a new path into homeownership for people, how do you not explore that and create that? Because with that, yes, maybe it doesn't create that same long-term wealth that a 30 or 15-year mortgage could do, but it does create more accessibility, but more importantly, it creates stability, which I think is often overlooked when we have this conversation of renting versus owning. One, when you're purchasing a home, you're effectively locking in your house payment versus when you're renting. Not only are you, of course, throwing money out the window, we have that conversation all the time, but I can't tell you how many people and how many conversations I have where someone comes up to me who's renting and says, the owner is selling the building, or the owner's, family is moving back into the building and now I have no place to live. And they were paying a low rent to payment and now rents today are insane. So there are a lot of positives that I think could actually come out of this. The one negative, probably the biggest fear that I would have of, doing a 50-year mortgage in today's housing environment, where we already have a lot of buyers and we still don't have enough supply, is it doesn't fix the core root of the issue. Now, I do think that people who, when this 50-year mortgage, if it does actually come out, who strike first are probably going to have the greatest advantage long term. And then everyone else is still just trying to play catch up because more people into the market, driving prices up. It's not going to be great for the long term, but for the short term, people getting in, I think it could be a really good option, especially when we compare it to renting, not so much comparing it to a 30 or 15-year mortgage from a financial perspective. The other thing that I think would be really detrimental is if investors could use this to buy non-owner occupied properties. That is just going to eat up some more of the inventory. I'll be honest, as an investor, my mind started going and wondering, well, hey, can I pick something up for less money because the tenant's going to pay for it over 50 years? I really don't care how much interest I'm paying. So all things to consider. But again, I think if you're thinking of getting into the market anytime soon, if this 50-year mortgage hits, we could be looking at another surge in home values here in the Northeast. Let me know what you think. Is it a good thing? Is it an absolute terrible thing? Could you see kind of both sides of it? Let us know, and we're here to answer any questions you guys have. Later.